Hello and welcome to SIC. My name is Wendy Palese. I am your SIC teacher this year. SIC, for those of you who don't know, special interest class, and all of the students in this class have a GIEP in place and have goals to obtain within their GIEP, and that's kind of the focus of what we work on in this class. I'm going to kind of talk you through class a little bit. I know things are a little different this year with the hybrid model. Fortunately, there are very few changes, I should say, that come with SIC this year other than working through that hybrid new schedule. So I'll talk you through that. If you take a look, we'll start with sixth grade. Sixth grade, we will be covering a bunch of different things in sixth grade, but the focus kind of remains within the ELA, English Language Arts areas. If you take a look, the first one is multiple intelligences. We'll talk about what Howard Gardner's multiple intelligence theory is and how it can help you in learning and in your everyday classes. We will do short stories using a junior grade book. That is a book that has a whole bunch of different short stories that lend themselves to some really great discussion, because not only are they above grade level reading material for the sixth graders, they are also the kinds of stories that aren't just plain black and white. They have that gray area in them. We will discuss poetry. We'll do some vocabulary. Our big novel this year is going to be H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. That'll happen about midway through the year, a little earlier than midway through the year. And it will coincide with a science fiction unit that we do. And even if you're not a science fiction fan, don't worry. I wasn't either when I was your age, but I love this story. So I think you guys will really enjoy it. And the best part is that in the end, we get to compare the book to the 1960s classic movie, and that's a lot of fun. We do nonfiction research, but I don't want you to think of this research as just research, write a paper. Not at all what it is. It's the kind of research where you actually take the information and do something with it. So I've had students who have learned to play the cello, taught themselves different languages, learned to code. I've had students learn survival skills and then go out into the woods and try to locate plants and things that they can use to live off of the land. I had a student one year that loved guitars. He played the guitar, was really great at it, and had some guitar pedals, but wondered how the guitar pedals distorted the sound on his guitar. So in researching that, he found that he could make his own, but that required him to go to the tech ed teachers, use some outside resources, and learn things like how to read electronic schematics and how to solder. In the end, he created his own guitar pedal, brought it in, and played us a song using it. It was pretty cool. That's the kind of thing we're looking for when we're talking about research this year in SIC. It could be that you're really interested in the Civil War, or you're really interested in a science topic. Those are great things. But then you have to figure out, what are you going to do with it? So just remember, the whole idea behind the project is actually to do something with your information that you've gathered. Obviously, technology integration is going to be huge this year, especially because we are in the hybrid model. So everything that we do in class will also be in Google Classroom, and you will always be able to access that. So if you're sick one day, or if I'm not here one day, everything's going to be there for you in Google Classroom. We'll also have some time for some problem-solving activities, and those are going to be like real-world situations where you're getting to work with a partner or teams. Even though we're social distancing, we are still going to find ways to be able to work with other students in our classroom. As far as seventh grade goes, we are going to start off our year with habits of mind. There are 16 of them. Seventh graders, you might be familiar with seeing them in our classroom. They were the ones up above our whiteboard all last year, well, for the time you were there last year. And so we're actually going to learn a little more about them and try those out. We are going to continue to do shared inquiry discussions with our junior grade books. You guys are pros at that. We did that last year. Again, vocabulary, poetry, short stories with our junior grade books. It says a novel there, but actually I've kind of modified that a bit to actually include Shakespeare. So we're going to do a Shakespeare unit where we read Julius Caesar. So we'll be looking at that. We'll be looking at elements of a play and approaching that as classic literature. But the great thing is, don't fear if you are thinking, how in the world am I going to be able to understand Shakespeare? No worries. We use a book called No Fear Shakespeare, which on one side of the book has all of the original language, and on the other side has the modern day translation of that story. So that will help you through it. We will still do some creative problem solving just like last year, big real world problems, and of course you will have your opportunity to research and find a topic of interest just like you did in 6th grade, only we're taking it to the next level. And this year, guys, you're doing all of your research and recording all of your research online using Noodle Tools, which is new to 7th grade this year. In 8th grade, we are going, I know it says on there we're meeting 3 times per cycle, but you will have work for 3 times per week to complete. That's kind of a modification from our old schedule. We will be starting off this year with 8th grade with Shakespeare's Julius Caesar, because in 7th grade we didn't get a chance to get to it. So as promised, that's kicking off our year right off the bat. And we are going to have some serious fun with that, guys. I know you are so ready for it, and I can't wait to dive right into that. We will talk about the 7 habits of highly effective teens. There is a book we are going to be reading that goes along with that. Of course, this is the year that you get to do your big research project. So all of the things that you've done up to this point have kind of culminated into your research project. You're going to get the opportunity to make even bigger decisions on how you're going to record the information, what kinds of sources you are going to use, and what your final product is going to look like. We will do a civilization unit where we explore cultural universals and we create our own civilization. And then, of course, we'll throw in some of those junior grade books and short stories, and I am really going to push with you guys some academic contests this year. You guys are 8th graders, and I will be honest, a lot of the competitions that you and contests that you are able to participate in, you guys are going to be the oldest ones in the bunch. So there's never been a better time for you guys to pursue some academic contests this year. So you're going to hear me talking about those a lot. Looking at the hybrid model. So 6th grade students, and this is where there's a little bit of change in what we've done in the past. 6th grade students will meet in person 2 days a week, and then you will have at-home learning assignments 2 days a week. So depending on which day you see me, the class is kind of cut in half. You will see me one day, and then I will give you some assignments to do, and then everyone will have off Wednesday, and then you'll see me again, and then you'll have some assignments to do. Or the reverse. You'll start with some assignments, you'll see me. All of that will be posted in Google Classroom. If, as a parent, you want access to Google Classroom, you absolutely may get that through your child. I can sign you up as a parent if you would like, or the code to our Google Classroom is on my website, so you just need to go to the middle school page, find my name under the staff list, and go to the grade level that your child's on, and you can just click on that and it will get you right to our Google Classroom, and you'll be able to see everything that's due. My goal is to try to post things for the week at the beginning of the week. So Mondays or Tuesdays, I will be posting, depending on if we have off on a Monday, I will be posting the assignments for the week. If, as we go through this, because this is new to all of us, if as we go through this, I start to find that it's not working, we're not getting as much done as I'd hoped, I may start chunking it and just put a few days on and then a few more days. But my goal up front is to be able to do the whole week. So keep our fingers crossed that that works out really well for us. Seventh and eighth grade students will meet in person 1 day a week, and then they will have at-home learning assignments 2 days a week. We're going to try this out because most of the GIEPs for the 7th and 8th graders will say that 3 times a week they are going to be working on their gifted goals. So in order to make that happen, it's going to look a little different than the regular schedule. So whereas if you had reading or encore or another class every other day of the week, you would only have 2 days. You'd have 1 day in school and 1 day to do an assignment. I'm adding in that 3rd day. If that becomes a problem for anyone, if things become too overwhelming, you've just got to let me know and we can modify this. But I'm going off of the GIEP goals, which is why we're doing things that way up front. Grading is honors, pass, fail. You can see where those fall. So when you get your report card, that is what you will get on your report card. Compaction is also an option for all of our gifted students, and that just means they can take a pretest in any core subject area except math because you are leveled in math. And when you score a 93 or higher on the pretest, you can complete a compaction contract. That will be through me. You will do all of your work through me. So hybrid-wise, you will still be responsible for doing work during your hybrid days and reporting back to me with what you're accomplishing on those days. So it is still an option to compact with hybrid. It will get a little slightly trickier, but we can certainly make it work. So if you feel like your classes are going too slowly or you need a little more challenge during all of this, please let me know and I will help you through the process. There will be competitions coming up this year. History Day is an awesome one. As of now, it is still on for the spring, and Mr. Natal is going to be running that. So if you're interested in History Day, you'll want to see me or him to get you signed up to participate in History Day. Quiz Bowl has been an option in the past. I don't have confirmation that it will happen this year with everything going on, but certainly something to think about and keep in mind. Science fair as well we've had some really great science fair competitors in the past. Last year I took 2 girls to science fair who did really well. Actually, I shouldn't say that. A boy and a girl last year who did really well. The year before was 2 young ladies who did fantastic as well, all of whom either placed or even won awards, monetary awards, that's money guys, for their projects. And then Scholastic Writing Competition, that's one I push really hard. That one starts when you are 13 years old. So there is an age limit on that one. You have to be 13 by the first of the year. But if you are, you may compete. Parents, if you're looking for anything outside of Mechanicsburg, looking for some information on gifted education, Page is an excellent organization. I do a lot of speaking for them and kind of touch base with them and keep up to date with things going on in Page. So if you are interested and want more information, I can certainly help you with that. But they have a great website with lots of good information, so you should check those out if you get a chance. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, always know that you should just feel free to contact me. I'm here. We're ready to have an awesome year. We're going to get through this, and it's going to be lots of fun. I hope you all enjoy your time back here at MMS. And parents, make sure if you have any needs or questions, shoot me an email. Have a great day, guys. Take care.